Hello, beautiful creative souls, and welcome back to day 3 of the Chakra-Care challenge. I'm Pollyanna Blanco, and I'm so happy that you're joining me out here in the garden. It's a beautiful day today, and I couldn't be more thrilled. I'm here beside my beautiful dark feminine tree. I love her so much, and I'm just enjoying the fact that I can take my shoes and socks off and put my feet on the ground. You know, in winter it can be a little more challenging to do that, but also not impossible. And one of the things that I find really grounding is just to walk barefoot on the ground. It's a well-known practice called earthing. You may already have been using it without realizing it. You may already be consciously familiar with it. Just a friendly reminder then how important earthing is. Feeling that connection to the soil and to the earth, and even just walking in nature, but especially barefoot, doing it in a way that, you're not going to step on anything that is, going to be sharp or whatnot. But the thing I love about this backyard is I know the ground and the terrain really well, and so it's very comforting. One of my favorite places in the world, my docking station, is Cozumel, Mexico. And this funny memory just flashed back as I was sharing the value of earthing with you. I was, for years, going into the rocky water without water socks on, bravely just trusting my inner guidance. That was a whole new level of grounding, and it wasn't sandy, it was just quite rocky where I was entering the water from the shore. And for years, I just managed to avoid stepping on a sea urchin. And then a couple of years ago, before the pandemic, I did almost step on one. But I was playing the odds. And but even that day, I remember I still went to visit the goddess Ishel's temple on the island at San Gervasio, and I actually had the good fortune and blessing, thanks to a guide I know there, who allowed me to climb her temple and leave an offering for her at the temple. So nothing stopped me, not even a sea urchin. So to go back to the earthing thing, I just want to share with you that in my humble experience, feeling that connection to Mother Earth, feeling that sense of belonging, as I shared yesterday with Mother Earth, is incredibly cleansing and restorative. And one of the things I mentioned yesterday too in the Chakra-Care challenge chat about my day is that I've been having a bit of a bumpy day and that what really helped me to transmute and transform that sort of more dense energy was to move it through my chakra dance practice. And the root chakra, for a lot of us, it's an ongoing purification journey, right? I know a few years back I was going through a particularly challenging time in my life, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you name it, physically even. And I was in fight or flight a lot, and I didn't even realize it. I got so adapted to being and living in fight or flight, and my heart goes out to those of you who are experiencing that right now. I know how that can really, wear on us, and we just sort of accept and tolerate it. And when we live in those states of prolonged stress, it can be very, very draining, very depleting. And our root chakra is very much connected to that sense of safety in the world. And so when we're in fight or flight, we're not feeling safe in our body. So it's the practices that would most help us to feel safer in our body are the ones we tend to avoid. For example, exercise. We tend to live in our heads and ruminate rather than getting out and walking, or we tend to overthink things or overanalyze things. We try to figure everything out with our head. I know I did, at least. And when we're back in our physical body through movement, even through just being in nature, as I'm sharing right now, we can it helps us to send a message to our nervous system through our body that it is safe to be at home in ourselves. And so there are lots of gateways for the root chakra. Right now I am wearing, I love crystals, I call them stone friends. And basically I've got bloodstone and I've got black tourmaline. These are very centering and stabilizing and grounding crystals. I love when I'm going through something that as I've started to understand the chakra system as a map for consciousness, to consciously choose, to wear jewelry that symbolically shows love and respect for myself. It honors where I'm at and what I'm, going through in a supportive way. It's more than just decoration. Taking salt showers at the end of the day, or even first thing in the morning, because at night when we're sleeping, we're dreaming. As I shared with you the other night, I had some wild dreams. Taking a salt shower or a salt bath. I mean, not all of us, right now I don't have access to a really great bathtub, so I improvise and I do salt showers. And I find it really purifying, because the negative ions in the sea salt, I like pink Himalayan salt, really help to cleanse my energy system, the energetic body. This is why people often report being by trees to be, or forest bathing, going for walks in nature to be so cleansing for your energetic body as well as your physical body. Being by the ocean or in the ocean or by bodies of water is also something that has a similar effect on our nervous systems and on our energetic sensory systems. Some of us too have very highly attuned nervous systems. We're just wired that way. And if you're like me and have experienced that in your life without even realizing it, you may find that you easily get overstimulated by being around large groups of people. And what I've been learning over the years too is that it's not about shutting myself down from those experiences. It's about being aware of what feels right and honoring for myself. And at the same time, I also embrace it as an opportunity to grow through that awareness of myself. Sometimes I hear people in the spiritual community identifying with, I'm sensitive to this and I'm sensitive to that, and that's a beautiful thing. To be sensitive is a gift. However, being sensitive, in my own humble opinion, is something that allows us to expand and open to even more infinite possibilities. If that sensitivity to stimulation, having a highly tuned nervous system, is causing you to retract and pull in and shut down your energetic system out of fear, then that's also a root chakra opportunity because it's an invitation to be curious about that and to explore and discover and expand your awareness of what lessons are a gift in that for you. And for me, the gift in that kind of learning has been how to feel a sense of solidity in myself. And one of the big ways I have come to experience that has been through sourcing my energy vertically rather than horizontally. I'm going to be speaking about that a lot in this series. I'll just say that for now. And the chakra system is the way I source my energy vertically, consciously, through my daily Chakra-Care practices. So I hope you found this share helpful today. I hope it's inspired you to get outside when the weather's nice and take off your shoes and socks and walk around a little bit. And if you're wondering what I do in the winter here in Canada, I cannot remember the name of the product. I discovered it at, I think it was the Rising Sun bookstore, just north of the city here in north of Toronto here. An amazing mat that's like a grounding mat, and I have it where I sit at my desk, and I place my feet on it when I'm, working on my laptop. I also have a EMF sort of shield that I place underneath my laptop. So I make these accommodations for myself out of love and support and self-acceptance, to recognize that I am more than just a physical being. I am an energetic being having a human experience with rich opportunities presented to me every day to challenge myself, to tune into my chakras like I'm sharing with you today, so that I can live the fullest expression of my vision and mission. And if anything I've shared here today is inspiring you to do the same, then a heartfelt thank you, because that's why I'm doing this. That's why I feel so called to. I'd like to help you make your life a little easier, a little lighter, a little brighter. And it's been an honor. Thank you so much for watching this share today. Wishing you infinite creative blessings and infinite creative abundance in Lakech, Alakeen. I am another you, and you are another me. Lots of love and light. Be well until we meet again tomorrow for the sacral chakra, day 1.